behind closed doors. I'm a fool for your love.
Hi guys, another Geek123 here. So today's video I'm going to go through the development and release of the very popular Sonic game, Sonic Adventure. So let's get into it. First for the background and the development. After the cancellation of Sonic Extreme, a full 3D Sonic game, in a game they released with 3D elements called Sonic 3D Blast on the Genesis and Saturn, Naka still wanted to make a full 3D Sonic game and felt that the team should do it. He also refused to let STI use their Extreme engine when they started, since that was the reason for the cancellation of the game. In August 1996, Yasuki Iizuka proposed a role-playing style Sonic game, but would focus more on storytelling, and that's what formed the basis of Sonic Adventure. Iizuka also felt that Sonic fans had been let down because the team wasn't focusing on the series that much. Also, Kazuki Ashino, who served as art director for Sonic Adventure, said he thought that the Saturn version of Sonic was outdated and he needed to reinvent. The Sonic team started working on the game in April 1997 on the Saturn with a 20 people strong team. They created the first prototype using the Knight's engine, but Saturn's capabilities.
So my first year, I played in
made development difficult. SEGA president Hiro Nakamura told Naka about their Dreamcast and believed the new console would create the ultimate Sonic game. When the team learned about the console and that it was almost complete, they started making the game for it since it's way more powerful. They didn't want to waste current work, however, and put it in bonus levels in the late last Saturn Sonic game, Sonic Jam. When they did start developing the game for the Dreamcast, it was in July 1997. Iizuka served as director of the game, while Naka produced. The game was also only completed in just 10 months. They also wanted to release the game in December 1998 while making some minor tweaks. The game also helped make the Dreamcast handle more games, and it was getting worked on at the same time, and the Dreamcast was only just finished 2 months before the Sonic Adventure was. Now for art direction. The Sonic team wanted to create a new version of the character and their world, while still creating their classic design in there. They were going to look at the Genesis version as inspirations, but they noticed the bodies were too small and the heads were too big. Yuji Uwaka redesigned each character to suit the 3D world while giving them a new Western design. He looked at animation at Disney and Looney Tunes for inspiration, since he made Sonic more mature, taller and slimmer. He also darkened his blue fur and made his eyes green in reference to the Rebel Zone. He also said they wanted to create the characters to look more like comic book characters and describe the style as graffiti. Because the game was a Dreamcast launch title, the team had also demonstrated realistic graphics which would draw the customers' eyes to the system and game. So the core members went to landmarks including Cancun, Guatemala and Peru for inspiration, while the Sonic members had to draw to artwork from past games so it would still connect to the Sonic franchise. The character Tikal was inspired by Peru, and the game was also decided to add elements unexpected in a platform game. Now for the design. One of the biggest problems in design was taking 2D styles into 3D. Also in the Genesis games, you only had to go to the right, while on this game you could go any direction. Designers created model stages before adding character models in, kept getting errors, but eventually it worked. Another challenge was defeating enemies in typical games. You just jumped on them, but it's way harder to do it in a 3D game. Stages featured gameplay similar to the original Genesis games, and were designed to take 5 minutes to complete unless it's a boss battle. Sonic Team also split levels into parts to save memory. The first characters added to the games other than Sonic were Tails and Knuckles. Tails' missions were focused on races, while Knuckles were focused on treasure hunting. The game was the first to add Amy as a playable character. The game also features 2 new playable characters, Big and Gamma. Sonic Team had implemented an in-game fishing rod into the game with no context or use, which led to the creation of Big, who then was designed as a giant but a calm character that would use the game's feature. Gamma was also created from fans wanting elements of shoot 'em up in Sonic games. Both characters were to use different playstyles, but not to be too big. So that's where both characters were to use different. So that's why their campaigns were so short. SEGA also wanted a villain that would work on old hardware, and settled with something that looked like liquid and were transparent, which led to character chaos. At the end of the day, according to Osaka and the team, they tried to include as much content as possible. Now for audio. Sonic Adventure was the first Sonic game to feature a lot of voice acting. When they were originally trying to find the cast, SEGA agreed to avoid anime voice actors, and eventually Jun'ichi was Sonic. In an interview after 30 years of the voice casting, Kimura said he mostly only got the casting since he spoke English as well, which was very important to the Sonic franchise. The score for the game was composed by Jun'ichi, with some additional music by Jun'ichi, sorry if I did not pronounce it right, Jun'ichi Tyuko, and Murasa Senruma. Sorry if I did not pronounce any names in this video, I'm not very good with them, as people that watch this channel agree with. The team also decided to go with the hot funky and rock and roll music over the electro pop of the earlier Sonic games. A 2-disc soundtrack of the game called Sonic Adventure Digilog Conversion was released in Japan in January 1999. May 2011, a 20th anniversary edition of the soundtrack was released. Digital versions have also been added to iTunes and Spotify in September 2014 and January 2017. Finally, for the release, the game was kept in secret production, even though screenshots were released in mid-1998 and plans for a Sonic 3D game had been rumoured for a long time. The Sonic Team finally announced the game on August 22nd, 1998 at Tokyo International Forum. On December 23rd of 1998, the game was released in Japan, but many ships of the game ended up having glitches and camera problems, which ended up to 7 members of the Sonic Team flying to SEGA America to patch the game, which delayed it by 7 months. The game eventually released in America on the 9th of September 1999, and Europe on September 23rd, 1999. Online features were also added, including Kayodeka and DLC such as minigames. Improved versions were also released in Japan around the time as Sonic Adventure International. The game has also been having different cuts by different people which have been on different platforms, and has also been remastered many times for future consoles, up to the Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3. So guys, that was the development and release of Sonic Adventure. I know the game had its problems in Japan when it first released. This game, after the patch and the DLC and that got added, I feel this game is great after playing it as a kid. So many features, and it's like the first proper 3D open world for Sonic, which is like one out of the many of them that are great. and actually don't suck, but I just love this game. So if you guys have any more information about the development or release, or your own opinions on the game, please comment down below or go to my most recent tweet at anothergeek1231. So thank you guys for watching.
Hold up.